Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new episode of the ABS show, coming to you straight from where?
New York City.
I don't think some of our viewers know where we are shooting, so please tell them one more time where we are shooting from.
New York City.
The Big Apple. If this is your very first time tuning into the channel, please make sure to subscribe, okay? Tell your friends, tell your family, and then after the show, go on Instagram and follow us at the ABS show. A while ago, a man from Alabama sued an abortion clinic where his girlfriend at the time terminated their pregnancy, or her pregnancy, right? Without his approval, okay? So this is what his lawyer said. This is what he said. A woman can go and she can have an abortion of convenience, but there is nothing to protect the father. According to the lawyer, the man got excited about the pregnancy and started working double shifts, to welcome the brand new baby. But then the woman decided to go and have an abortion. Twitter is divided about the story. Social media, was going crazy. So now I'm posing the question to you guys. Who has the right? Does a man have the right when it comes to abortion? Or does a man have a say when it comes to having an abortion?
It's her right. It's her right. It's her right to choose whatever. It's her body. It's her, you know what I'm saying? She's thinking about the future. I don't know whatever their relationship was, what the future was in her mind. Because having a child is a lot of responsibility for the rest of your life. 18 years plus, you're going to be paying for this child. So it's her right to choose. And I don't know if she had any medical issues going on. There's so many different layers to it. And it's her right to choose. So it's her right.
How did she get pregnant?
By having sex with him.
So it's a very dicey question. It's not a question you just answer based on personal opinion, although that's what the show is.
Is that where it came from? It just came from that's how you feel?
Yeah,
or?
Although that's what the show is all about.
It's the right to choose.
It's about personal opinion.
I'm pro-choice.
But when it's just like, let me not use marriage as an example, but when you're involved with someone, the moment you get involved with someone, you have already, to an extent, reduced your power to make personal decisions.
Oh, that's cute.
It's natural.
That's so cute.
Because when you are alone, you can just get up by 12 midnight and go hang out with your boys. But when you have a girlfriend, you're like, babe, I'm going out. Because if she sees on Snapchat that you went somewhere else and you didn't tell her, that's already a problem.
That's strong.
So that's just logical thinking. So now you got somebody pregnant. She's pregnant. Now your sperm. Now her fetus, right? It's your baby.
It takes two
to tangle. So you just wake up one morning and decide to go do an abortion without even letting him know about it?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding you. I'm serious.
No, that's to me.
why?
To me, I'm not saying he has to decide and say yes or no. What I'm saying, he has to know, and you have to get him involved in it, because fine, it's your life. A whole lot of things are going to go on in your life. You're going to lose a lot of maybe your job, your school, whatever you're doing for the next 9 months. But the man has to know, and the man has to have a say to an extent.
Has to know.
Okay. The man knows
That you are pregnant.
that
Captain Caveman. Captain Caveman.
You do understand that the man can up and go at any time.
But the woman can as well, though.
Like
and
she
leave the
did.
baby where? Eating her womb already. Wherever she goes, the baby follow.
After the fact. So you are saying a man can get up and leave. A woman can get up and leave as well.
Statistically speaking,
oh my
the
goodness,
numbers of men leaving women is way higher than women that have left their kids with the man and gone away. You know why? There's an emotional attachment to those kids more than a man with those kids. So you telling a woman that she has to take permission from you to decide if she wants to keep a baby, that delivering a child, going to labor alone has killed a lot of women.
Yes.
She has to take permission from you or do based on what you said that
I'm not
she
saying
doesn't.
permission. You have to let him know.
She doesn't. That's what the story was now, that she went to go and get rid of the baby behind the guy's back, even though he had approved for her to keep the baby. She still went ahead to get rid of the baby. She does have the right to get rid of the baby because it's her body, it is her egg. She's the one that's going to carry that baby to term for 9 months, not you. She's the one that's going to go through body change, go through emotional change, go through a lot of trauma.
More at stake
than you. Okay. You just saying yes doesn't quantify the fact that she should go through it or not.
It's a 50-50 thing.
Oh.
I'll put it in there.
No, it's not.
No, it is.
I disagree.
I'll put it in there. And if I want it,
wait.
you're going
to give it to me. You guys hear what
he
just said?
Yeah.
What did you put? Explain to us what you put and where.
If it was me, I'll put it in there. If I want it, you're going to give it to me.
Excuse me.
Wait, I got cavemen in here. Are we around cavemen?
No, the thing
you're speaking in parables.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
You didn't wake up and just got pregnant.
So what happened?
We
I
had
put
sex,
it in her.
and I'll put it in there.
What did you put? Incubator? What did you put? Beef
Okay,
jerky?
so-
What did you put?
So back to it. So in this particular story, obviously the guy wanted it, and he went to get more shifts and everything, excited to be a father.
Yeah.
That's selfish.
Think about that. Think about
So
that.
that's
That's
enough for you.
selfish.
Like
No,
I
no, no.
said, you can pick up
Yes.
and go whenever.
That's selfish.
Just because you got an extra shift, you got a second job to work and save up for the child doesn't mean that when push comes to shove, you will be there. It takes a real man to actually stay for his kids. This is America where we've had a lot of cases where men leave their children and go away.
Doesn't
In
make
But this is
Nigeria,
not the case.
it's the same
This is
thing.
not the
In
case.
Ghana, it's the same thing. There are a lot of men
This
that have
is not the
abandoned their
case.
kids
Let me
and
say
gone
this.
away.
I
So
think- I
telling
think-
a woman,
let
let
me
me
finish.
finish.
Yes,
Telling a
oh
woman
my God.
that it's okay for you to keep your baby because I said for you to keep your baby. That is crap. Because when it comes down to it, for that 18 years, is the mama now you not go sleep. And the
Yes.
mama now you go think
Because I
about.
feel like fathers don't.
See.
A lot of times,
Work
yes,
as well.
a lot
They
of
don't-
times,
they
you
don't
people
work
don't
as hard.
really
Should
So what are you
Okay,
talking
okay.
about?
Let us not focus
Let's
on the
get down
bum
to the
fathers.
pigeon
Let's
now.
focus on the let us
get
not
down to
focus
the
on that.
pigeon.
Let's focus on the real fathers that
Who
are
are
actually
ready to be
working.
there and do
But for
their
me,
job.
there's two
Yeah.
things here. There's two things here. If a man impregnates a woman
Yeah.
with a goal of actually having a baby, and this is a mutual understanding, you want a baby, I want a baby. Now we have sex. I give you all kinds
That's
of doggies,
it.
making sure that the sperms will climb up.
course.
Why do you say doggies?
No, I'm just saying making sure that the two, and then it happens that you got pregnant.
Yeah.
It is morally unacceptable, honey.
But we don't
Hold
know
on,
her side.
let me finish.
though. We don't
Let
know
me
her
finish.
side.
Let-
We need her
wasn't
side.
a
though.
mutual
If you have a
understanding.
girlfriend, no. If you're older and you have sex, there's a possibility that you're gonna have a baby.
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna
you
get
said,
pregnant.
you said
So if
I
you
want a
don't- hold on,
baby
hold on.
and you want a baby. That
Hold
was,
on though.
She
Let
wasn't
me
mutually
land because I
agreeing
didn't
with the
land
guy.
here, honey. But I'm saying, regardless, you should know that when you have sex without a condom, there's a possibility that you're gonna
Yeah.
be pregnant.
Yeah.
So in a way, before we have sex,
You
you
still need to use
should
condom.
know
spoke.
that you're gonna get
If you're
pregnant
not
at
ready,
some
of
point.
course.
So for me, it
Yeah.
is just morally unacceptable.
And selfish.
so-
and selfish.
I don't
This
know.
table is
Oh,
very.
selfish.
This shows
But
how.
selfish.
This shows our rights as
No,
women.
no.
This table shows our
Don't do
rights
that.
as women.
Don't do that.
It's
Don't
her
do that.
choice.
Don't do
It
that.
is
Don't do
her
that,
choice.
Don't
do
It
that.
is not his
You're
choice.
speaking.
It's her
Did I
choice.
say it
You're
wasn't
It's
her
her
choice?
You're
It's
speaking.
her
Hold on, hold
choice.
on.
Max, please let me finish because she just
Okay.
put some words in my mouth.
No,
And
I said
I'm
the
gonna
table.
have
It's not about- I said the table.
No.
The table shows the fact that we are skewered. There's a thing like this when it comes to women's rights.
But we are not saying that we love
We're
women's
not
rights.
talking about
We
women's
love
rights.
It has to
Women's
do
rights.
with
We're not
pro-choice.
talking about
One of the
women's
biggest
rights,
things about women's
Glitterati.
rights.
We're not talking
It
about.
is women's
We're
rights.
not talking
Look
about
it up.
women's
Pro-choice
rights.
is a woman's
See,
right.
Charlie,
See,
hold
if
on,
you
hold
didn't
on,
want
hold on.
women's
Charlie,
rights,
Charlie
Go
brought.
ahead now, you can
Charlie,
talk
hold on,
and
hold
this
on,
and
hold
that
on.
and that and
Charlie,
that.
Charlie,
lose
wait,
my
wait.
voice.
Charlie brought
Listen.
a story to the table, and the both of you are speaking from a generic standpoint.
And you are like opportunity.
No.
Where are you talking
There's
from?
a story right
Where
there.
are you talking
the
from?
guy wants it.
But
And
do
then
you know what the woman
doesn't.
wants? Before you make your decision,
My
do you know what the
goodness.
woman wants? Did he say what the woman wanted?
You're
Right,
saying,
he didn't.
You're looking at it from the aspect of-
You're getting to the
Listen,
you're
don't
getting
do
to
that.
the
Don't do
conclusions
that.
by the man's ideology, not by the woman.
I'm
If you don't know what the woman
choice.
just
wanted.
yelling.
I can want it,
One
I
thing is
cannot
to yell,
want it.
another thing is to make sense.
I'm making
We
sense.
are not talking about the fact that the man has to decide whether the woman will keep the child. It's your body. You have, as a human,
That's
you have a
nonsensical
human
word.
right. You have fundamental human right is to decide what happens to your body. That's why when you go to the hospital, before you carry out some serious medical procedures, they give you a consent letter whereby you have to sign and say, yes, I agree to this. Because if you die, you die. You signed it. If you live, you signed it.
You can get pregnant,
That
but
is
you
okay.
can't have the
But
baby.
what I was
But what I'm
Really?
saying is, as a man, the fact that the guy wanted the baby and she didn't want the baby, she should have let him know, and then they'll talk about
How do
it.
we know
Before
that she did it?
she just
though?
decides to go
But
and
how do
carry
we
out
know
the
that we
abortion.
didn't? This is all
If you
hearsay.
did not want to get
This is
pregnant,
hearsay.
Why did
you
you
should
have
have
sex?
asked him to
This
use
is
condom.
hearsay.
Thank you.
But the
You
condom
got
can
pregnant,
break.
you get pregnant,
The
stayed
condom
for a
can
couple
break.
of months,
The
and then you
condom
decide
can
to go
break.
do abortion.
A condom is not 100%.
No,
Condom
no,
can break.
no,
Okay, that has
no,
happened
no.
several
Alright, so
times.
honestly, I just need 2 minutes so I can explain. I can land with what I was
Go
saying.
ahead, Charlie.
So going back to what I was saying, if an agreement was made and the baby ended up happening, it is more. I'm not saying you don't have a choice on all of that. I'm talking
Simple.
from a moral.
Yeah.
We can talk about this topic from a moral standpoint and then from a legal standpoint as well.
course.
It's morally unacceptable that we planned this together. You went behind my back and had an abortion.
Period.
And with this,
Well,
this country
They
supports what
planned
I'm
it
saying.
together, though, no
Morocco,
question.
Turkey,
No.
Indonesia, in 2011 actually made a law whereby if you go and as a woman you're going for an abortion, you need your husband's approval
To be
because
there.
you cannot go back behind his back and do all kinds of
You
things
didn't get pregnant
when
by
he's
yourself.
over there expecting a child. And that's all I'm saying. But when the pregnancy happens, and this is what I wanted to land with, when the pregnancy happens unexpectedly, like you're saying, the condom breaks, you guys weren't planning to have a baby and it happened, right? Now a conversation is to be had.
Period.
Still, there should be respect in the relationship.
together.
And if you respect me as your partner and I respect you as a partner, yes, it's your body. You could do whatever you want with your body, but we have to have a conversation.
But let me ask you, I know you stated the men's point, but do
Yeah.
you know what the woman wanted? Do you know they had that conversation and then he went ahead thinking he was having a baby and she didn't want a baby? So we have to be kind of like in the middle because she might have said, no, I'm not having this baby.
But how would I know what you want if you don't communicate
But the
that
thing
with
about it
me?
is that we don't know both sides, right? So the thing is, now we're doing one-sided things, but on all of us sides. We're going through one side because we don't know what the woman wanted.
So give me some of the reasons why a woman will just go behind, let's say, her husband's back and have an abortion. Give me some of the reasons. Educate me and educate the viewers.
If they've had too many children. If they have, there's some where they can't afford to take care of their children. Instead of them selling babies,
Then they should go for family planning. They should stop having sex without condom.
Did he ask you for reasons or for me?
Who tagged him on this one? Who tagged him on it? You said if they have
too many babies and they can't take care of the children.
Two, if her life is at risk by having that baby,
Okay.
if the baby,
Yes.
that pregnancy is a health,
Of course.
is high risk.
Like she has
To get rid
fistula.
of it.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different things, and then also it's also the thing about it is also how she mentally stable. She might be having when women have and what's that postpartum depression. Who knows what she's going through? If she just had a baby, if it's just happening, you got to think about all of these things. These things all impede on the child's well-being.
As Charles said, there is room for conversations, all right? The way the both of you were talking as though we're against abortion and stuff like that. No, we're not against abortion. If I don't want it, I don't want it. If I want it, I want it. But we have to have a conversation. Let's talk about it. You didn't wake up and get pregnant by yourself. We had sex. There was a cooperation. It was a mutual agreement. And if there's a baby on the way and I want the baby and I go take more shifts so that I can provide for the baby and have a chance of being a father and you rob me of that, hell no.
Do you
It's
see that
selfish.
point of not
It's
somebody
really
becoming a
selfish.
father?
I definitely agree with the part where
Even
you got to
if you're
communicate.
agreement.
But
Right.
if I've made my decision that I don't want to have this child, I can make my decision to have
You
nothing.
made that decision.
Yeah, I made the decision. If he made
Without
No,
considering...
I said they've had a communication.
Exactly.
Her side is I don't want this child.
Right.
His side is I want this child. She has to do what's best for her.
Okay.
In the long run, because what's best for her is what's gonna happen. Because she's the one that has to give this child and bring this child to 9 months.
Right.
So in parentheses, what you're saying is the man has no say whatsoever.
Just
Nobody
because...
said that.
I didn't say that. I said if they communicated and she doesn't want it and he wants it, she has the right to make her choice of what's better for
So
her.
then what was the point of communication?
Yeah.
To let them know that you didn't want the baby.
Yeah.
And then that's it. And then just...
I
that's
mean,
it.
it's the thing about it. It's her body. Do you understand?
Yeah.
The thing about it, it's not you pushing it out of your little peenie. Because a baby being pushed out is such a trauma on a woman's body where they can never, sometimes it never bounces back.
But
So
abortion is not
imagine-
easy too.
it-
Abortion is not easy
but
too,
the
right?
thing about it,
Yeah.
Max, let me
Okay.
land.
Okay.
The thing about it is like you guys can sit here, but you don't ever have to push a baby out of your little peenie.
But abortion
Why
is
you
not
getting
easy.
so upset?
Abortion is not easy
I don't
too.
understand.
The
Wait,
body
wait.
choice
Abortion
of the
is
woman's
not
child.
easy.
How do you know abortion is?
When you say
How do you know?
abortion,
Should you do
when
the
you
pill?
say
Could she
abortion
do
is
the
not
plan
easy,
B?
Yeah.
when you're saying abortion is not easy, it's still not the man that is going through that abortion.
Yes.
Understand this.
It's the woman's
There are levels
choice.
to the abortion. You talking about abortion? You take a pill to get rid of the egg or the fertilized egg or the fetus. It's different from actually having a whole CNS,
Yes.
CS or whatever they call that thing,
Yeah.
and D and C,
Okay.
where they actually put an iron into your stomach and scrape your womb. All of this is still not the man that is experiencing this. Is the woman. So when you're saying abortion is not easy, it's still the woman that goes through all of this. So if she makes that conscious decision to say, okay, you know what, I've seen that this is not convenient for me. It's not going to work. I'm not there financially. The way a man will say, babe, we can't have this baby now because financially I'm not there yet. It's the same way the woman can say, you know what, financially I'm not there yet. Mentally I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
Career-wise I'm not there enough for me to actually say I want to have this baby. I'm not going to give this baby the best life.
But-
Because guess what? The man can still up, being a good father now. Things can change when the man feel like, you know what, I'm not there anymore.
Yeah, but you don't
Run
have to
off with the
always
girl,
focus on
and
the
she's
negative
stuck with the
side.
child.
Thank you.
Because that's what
Let's
happens
be
a lot
real.
of the time.
Be
Let's be real,
optimistic
because
there.
I said something
Oh,
at the
this is me
beginning.
being real. This happens a lot of the time.
I said something at the beginning about total right to your freedom and decision whenever you get involved.
Yes.
Nobody forced you to get
Yes,
involved.
yeah.
You had sovereignty over yourself. You decided to get involved either by marriage or by relationship. And from the moment you get involved, every decision that has to be made on both sides.
They're not
Whether you like it or
married. But they're not married.
No,
They're
no,
not
no,
married.
They're married couples.
They're not married.
But let's talk about
They're not
marriage.
married. This is a
Okay, let's talk about-
relationship.
You don't
This
have
is
to be
their
married.
dating. Who knows how long they've been dating? It could have been at the first time they had sex.
So just
She
because they
got
haven't
pregnant.
signed
No, I'm just saying
papers-
that there's different variables when it comes to relationship and dating.
But there are some people that have been
Understand
dating for a
so
long
maybe
time
they
and
haven't been
girlfriend
dating
and
for a long
boyfriend.
time. Maybe if they've been dating for a long time and the relationship is not stable, who knows if he's a wife beater?
Okay,
Who knows
so-
whatever?
Oh
She doesn't-
my God,
I mean,
look
but
at
there's
what
so
you're
many
saying.
variables.
Okay, so let me put
Yeah,
it-
let
let me
me
put-
about
let me
variables.
put it to you this
Variables.
way. Let me put it to you
Variables.
this way.
Wife beater.
Okay.
Very
The
much.
reason why I'm
Okay.
really advocating for a conversation is
Yeah.
because, you know, and it has shown that when a woman becomes pregnant, honey, you guys get overwhelmed with emotions and
emotions.
hormones and all of that.
Yes.
So sometimes that decision might be like just in the moment, spontaneous. That's what I'm saying. So when you have that conversation with your partner that you claim you were in love with,
Yeah, you might even
Who
change
said
your
she was
mind.
in love with him?
You might even
I'm
change your
just
mind.
giving you a
Oh,
scenario
later,
where you were in love with.
I'm being a
I think-
naysayer today.
later,
Okay, let me play the devil's advocate with a
and I
question.
think most of the time, most of the time when you tell your partner that you are pregnant, some guys are out there that say, "What do you want to do?" They give you that
Power
option.
to
But
decide.
some women also read that wrong, as in, "Oh, you said it's my choice. Okay, let me." You know, they take it as if you don't care or you don't
Right.
want the baby,
Right.
because you said it's your choice. Do what you want to do. But if you come in as a man and saying, "Honey, let's have this baby. It's gonna be great. I'll support you emotionally. I'll support you financially. I'll support you physically." You tell them all of that and they'll still go and get the abortion. Then what is the sense
And then,
of this
Charlie, to
relationship?
add to that, to be the devil's advocate, if the woman still decides to take away the baby because she has the full rights and the power, and then you're still dating that guy and he decides to get someone else pregnant who is ready
what you
to
gonna
have
say
a
then,
baby,
Glenn?
what are you going to say then?
What you gonna say
What
about
is that?
that?
You have moved on
Okay.
now. I'll move on too now. That's what you think.
So, guys-
we are
So
moving
we are
on.
moving
We are
on.
moving
Guys,
on. Get
guys,
another baby daddy.
Move on.
Or
So,
whatever. We'll move on.
But there's something very important that actually, came to my intuition right now. In a society right now where there's a whole lot of, failure with fatherhood, especially in the black community. When we see young people, young men, either, white, black, whatever race you are, and they want a better chance to become better fathers and have a chance of being a father. Let's give them that opportunity and change the narrative. All right? You kept on dwelling on, what if
the
he leaves
negative.
tomorrow? What if he leaves
Negative.
tomorrow?
Women live
Now
tomorrow,
there's somebody,
they give
now
birth,
there's a
and
man,
then boom, they're
now
gone.
there's a
Now,
young
what's-
man.
what's-
Hold on,
it
let me
doesn't matter, it
finish.
happens.
Let me
But
finish.
what's the number
Let me
though?
finish. Hold on,
The
hold
number
on.
of the men
Let me
living is
finish.
way more than the women
Now there's a
living.
young man who wants a chance
That
at
one
life,
man.
at being a father. I mean, he can inspire as many out there. So please, when we have people like that, ladies, I'm not preaching against abortion or anything. When we have situations like that, please let's give them the opportunity to be better fathers and change
so
the
we are-
narrative.
Okay, so
So we are
let me-
gambling. So we are
We're
right now.
gambling.
So
That's
what I
We're
feel.
throwing
So
dice.
let me
Yes.
give you guys the
Oh,
reason why
okay.
people-
Okay, we'll just take chances,
Oh my
just
goodness.
in case maybe
So
you
let me
might
give
be
you some
a
of the reason why some of these women go out and have an abortion. I mean, the stats are that 98.3% include socioeconomic reasons. So yeah, you don't have the money, blah blah blah. Because babies are expensive. 1.3% is the case of rape.
Exactly.
So they get raped, and then the risk of mother life is like 0.3. So yes, so these are the stats. Now tell me your reason. Don't come in. We are married for 10 years, struggling to have a baby, and then one time you got pregnant. Please don't tell me your reason for going for abortion is because you want a flat stomach.
Okay, so who will tell you that? What she does get-
Excuse me.
Hold on.
I know of a girl that don't want baby at all
Yeah.
because she wants to keep her
Who
figure.
prefers shingles? Because she look like
If you
okay.
come to me with that reason, if you come to me with that reason,
Yeah.
how else do you want me to look at you? And we're still in a relationship.
But honey, that's not the reason though.
No, there are reasons people don't want to.
Yeah, that
they
one
want to
is-
keep their figure.
They don't want to lose their figure. So in a situation like that, is that not selfish? What would you say
I mean,
about
but
that?
it's the thing about
answer
it.
the question,
All
don't
right,
deflect.
It's her choice.
Selfish or not?
It's
still her choice.
It's her choice.
Okay.
If a woman doesn't want to have a child because of vanity reasons, it's her choice.
But
because,
does that make it right?
because if she does have the baby,
If
and then
her
get,
mother
let me
thought
finish.
like, if her
Let
mother
me
had such
answer.
a mentality,
But
would she
let
even be
me
alive in
answer.
the
But
first
that's not-
place?
let-
Let me
she shouldn't look at it
answer.
from
So
that
if she has this child and she gets round and rotund, then she starts beating the child because the child don't make her fat. It's a problem, right?
Does that make it right?
The thing about it, it's the thing
You
about
won't
it.
answer
We
that
don't.
question.
It's her choice. It's her
doesn't
choice.
make it right.
It's her
So
choice. I
are we looking
cannot
at-
speak on somebody else. For me, for instance, I don't know if I want to have children, right? Let me speak about me. I don't know if I want to have children because of everything that goes
So
on.
then don't have sex.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not. So
Well, you are.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm loving this show today.
Sis, don't let me spill the tea. Don't let me spill the tea.
Charlie,
I'm not.
I'm listening, Charlie.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna drink to that.
Finish your point.
No, but the thing about it is,
Let me
for
drink
instance,
to that.
I don't want to have children because I don't like what goes on in the world with children.
What did she say?
I don't like the abuse that happens because I know that as a woman, as a working woman, I'm going to go to work. So I'm scared of where am I going? Who's going to be watching my child? What's going to be happening? So all those things happen to me, and maybe it's because I'm watching too much of what the horrible things are happening to children out here. So I have a lot of mindset, and I also want to have a partner that's stable, that's able to be there for me. Because like Debbie said, sometimes people do walk, and people then I have this baby. I've been in a situation where, like I said, my mom is a single mom. It's not easy. It's hard as hell
So
to
then
take care
moving
of
forward
children.
into that relationship, you have to make it clear then. You have to make it clear to your partner
From day one.
that you don't want a baby. But
want
sometimes
kids.
things do change, and in the middle, they still want a baby. It happens.
I have when I was in grad school, I had a roommate, Diana Shiverin. Hi. She had said when we got into school that she wasn't going to get married because she didn't want to have kids. It was a year and a half, about 18 months. Further in, her narrative started changing. Because then she met this guy and, and I used to go to get married. She said, no, she doesn't want to have kids. Boom. That was a couple of years ago. Fast forward. Auntie has 2 children now,
wow.
right? Because she finally found that one that changed her mindset
Made her comfortable.
as to what she had thought because of where she came from. What she had experienced in the past
Exactly.
was the reason why her mental was shaped the way it was.
But
And
you're
now here comes this
contradicting
person.
yourself, too.
No. Let me finish.
Because you don't want to throw the dice. You don't want to take the risk. That's what he
hold
was
on.
saying
This
to you.
person-
Got
like
your
I
hand
said,
from my
If
face.
you have that mentality and you think everybody's the
Manny,
same,
this
how would you
person
know
comes-
if you don't take the risk?
It's okay, but this person came and showed her otherwise. Showed her a lot of reasons
It's
as
the
to
same
why you
thing.
can do things differently. Yes, does she have to love for children? She does. But this person has showed her, listen, I am never going to leave you. I'm not just telling you. I'm showing you. I'm walking the walk.
So what do
right?
these men have to show you before you
To be
6
convinced.
packs.
to not get a relationship?
I don't know, my
What
brother.
would this man? No, this is a serious question now. What do these men have to do to
Show you that they are willing
they
and
are willing to be
100%
fathers
there.
and for you not to get an
That's
abortion?
the worst
Because
one.
what I'm hearing from this table is you don't
Left and
care.
right. Yeah.
It's because you were a woman, because you have a
honestly,
vagina,
no.
it's your choice.
Property.
Absolutely. My vagina is my
It's
vagina.
mine.
I
It's
have
your
a choice
property.
what's coming out and what's going in.
It's my sperm.
It's
So give
my
it back.
sperm.
So then give it back
Make
my
sure you
sperm.
hold your
then.
sperm.
Give it back my
Condom on your
sperm.
sperm.
You
Keep a condom on your sperm.
Okay.
Hold your sperm.
No. The sperm's already inside you, honey, and you don't want you want to go about the
It will be
baby.
inside me.
Give it back my
It will be
sperm.
inside me.
Give it
Wait.
back.
Give it back my sperm. and Take your
You get it with the fetus now. Take your sperm and the baby.
I understand that. I understand that the guys. I understand you people. You have a way. You have a part to play. But understand this. There's a reason why in the porn industry, the women get paid. Wait, in the porn industry, the women get paid more than the guys. There's a reason why we have a lot of sperm banks as opposed to egg banks.
Excuse
All
me,
right?
how do you know about this
Because
porn business?
because I'm a researcher. I bring the news. So I know. Plus, you never know, they might want to recruit again.
Debbie.
When I use a duty. Anyway, there's a reason why they have more sperm banks than they have egg banks. Do you understand? So you saying that is my sperm, is my sperm.
back to me.
It is not that important. Anybody can have that sperm.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You should have gone to that anybody that can have it,
I can go
right?
to a sperm bank right now and get sperm. It's not that
How
hard.
did we get there?
You go to an egg bank and try to get an egg
Oh,
sperm.
do you
right?
know whether you're
It's
getting the
not the
sperm
same.
of a madman from
They
the egg
vet them properly. You can't just go and donate.
Oh, please, they don't wear them.
Yes, they do.
Excuse me.
Yes, they
In some
do.
hospital,
Do
you
you
jump
know?
off in
You
a
will get to the
cup,
sperm.
and then they give you $10 for pizza.
What kind of hospital do you
How
go?
do you know? How do you know? Charlie be telling are walking around. Charlie, you have children. You have children. They gave you
There are
pizza.
ways to
They
get-
gave you a slice.
There are ways to get money, especially in
You
New
have
York.
slice.
Okay? You just walk
Charlie,
in.
you could have
you
told
just-
me. I could
Excuse
have
me.
lent you money.
You're in New York. You don't have papers and you don't have papers to work.
Charlie.
Just walking into the hospital,
You get to
they'll
slice
give
of
you a
pizza.
cup.
Oh, trust me.
You go in there, you jerk off.
Charlie knows places.
Honey, I'm done. They give you $10 for a slice of pizza.
Charlie, how many?
I don't know. I don't know.
But really,
Anyway.
Okay, so I want to end with this. Okay, no, finish your point and then.
I mean, look at the beautiful story you just told about your friend. I mean, how
Exactly.
beautiful is that?
Exactly.
And think about many more men out there who wants to do better.
Yes.
But that's
Where
one
is
though.
society?
This is one lady out of a bunch. This is one lady who finally found. And the
Okay.
person, you know, the funny thing, the person that she actually got married to was one of our classmates too, who was her buddy in school. They ended up, hitting it off.
Friendship
This
is
is one person who has shown her that things can be different.
Yeah.
They're not bringing that narrative into everyday life because we're in New York. Unless you guys
Yes,
go
I
to,
get
unless you
that.
guys go
I
to
get that.
live,
Somebody
you
can
don't
inspire
understand.
others.
We all, in this table, we support women. We support women's
we
rights.
do.
We
Yeah.
fight for.
Oh yeah, fix it now.
No,
Fix it. Fix it.
No, sir, we're not
No,
fixing
it wasn't
anything
that
because that's
we
what it
support
is. Because if you watch
we
the
support
show,
women's
you know
rights.
we support women.
Yeah.
I'm all about equality and all of that. My thing is, I'm just trying to look at it from a man that really wants a baby.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea of anybody at all, whether you're a man or a woman, telling somebody what to do with their body, I don't like. But I'm just trying to look at it from a man that really wants a baby, and you're just denying him of that.
Yeah.
Let me throw it back to the viewers. Let us know in the comment section your thought on this topic. We really want to hear from you. Okay, until next time, we love you for watching. This is MinaTV, and you're watching the ABS show. Bye.
Thanks for watching, and if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.